This morning, we'll move on to news now. The UK's National Health Service kicked off its mass immunization program against coronavirus. Shipments of BioNTech Pfizer vaccine arrived from the UK from Belgium on Sunday. The NHS says that people over 80 and some health and care staff will be first to receive doses of the vaccine. Overnight, 90-year-old Margaret Keenan from Northern Ireland became the first person in the world to receive the vaccine outside of trial conditions.
And what do you say to those who might be having second thoughts about having this?
Well, I would say go for it. Go for it because it's free and it's the best thing that's ever happened at the moment. So please go for it. That's all I say, you know. If I can do it, well, so can you.
Joining us now is NBC News senior international correspondent Keir Simmons, live from Wales, which is one of the hardest hit countries in Europe. Keir.
Hey, Mika, well, we're inside a vaccination centre. This is one of 70 hospitals and health centres that have been set up across the UK. And as you can see behind me, vaccination has begun. We're in here because this is exactly the kind of thing that you're going to see in the US very soon. This is a community centre that's been converted. It's actually 2 basketball courts. And just to tell you what you're seeing behind me, patients are coming in from the entrance to my right there. We see a new patient every, 20 minutes or so. And you can see at the back of the basketball court there are vaccination cubicles where they will go to be vaccinated. They're given a card that tells them that they've had the first dose and when they should have the second dose. And then these socially distanced chairs behind me, you can see arranged with mostly empty. This is where people go to sit just to see if they've had any immediate adverse reactions, just to calm themselves a little bit before they leave. And they leave by a separate exit because, of course, just because the vaccinations are happening here, they're still having to follow those crucial social distancing and sanitizing procedures. There are sanitizers all around here because they are still trying to make sure that there is no infection here. And what's happening here, Mika, really does have some lessons for there in the US. So they have brought that Pfizer vaccine here defrosted. They don't have the very, very cold freezers here, so they have 5 days to use the doses that they have here. Another crucial point, they've actually asked us to not say too much about where this is because they're worried, of course, that people may descend on this place if they know, and I think that's the kind of thing that they'll be worrying about over there in the US. Another point, what we're mostly seeing here, not in some other places, but certainly here, are health workers. It's very difficult, of course, for the elderly and frail to get to a location like this, not for all of them, but for some of them. And there are challenges here in the UK already about trying to get the vaccine because of this distribution issue to locations where the elderly are. So this is Cardiff, the capital of Wales. It is a city, but there are going to be other places, rural areas, remote areas. The real challenge is how do you get this vaccine to those places? And I've been speaking to some of the health workers here, and they are saying they're actually looking forward to when there are more vaccines approved, because that will make this distribution easier, guys.
NBC's Keir Simmons, thank you so much for being on this morning. And
thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.